welcome back to me playing Fallout 1 Lord Through. Last time we discussed a bit around the hub of California, the core region of the wasteland, or so it used to be called back then, you know. This time around we're going to go in a very fancy place, and you can see myself armed with a Geiger counter, and as well, after trading a bit, we have 6 Radaways and 4 Radexes. And we're at the Fargo Traders. It is furthermore the 28th of January, so if we talk to Mr. Caravan Driver, y'all got all your gear? We're going out today. Sure thing. Okay then, it'll pay 400 hubucks. Which route would you prefer? We're going to the Brotherhood of Steel. I hope you like mountains. You're going right into them. You should see lots of action there. Oh boy. Oh good! Okay, hello, Mr. What? It's... Alright. It's... Those are Raider... What? These are Caravanners, okay. Now, first and foremost, I want to say, this guy is Ian, but because of patch 1.33, which is the unofficial fixed patch, when you change armor, he actually also changes appearance, if you were wondering. Now then! Screw you! Oh jeez, that did, like, no damage. Uh-oh. Please hit. Oh, snap. We'll be fine. It's gonna be fine, guys. I promise. These are Raider... I have no idea that this was part of the game, actually. This is the first time I see this. And we are against a Deathclaw of all things. Hello. It's a Deathclaw spawn, so it shouldn't be as strong. And there's also What is this? Great Mantises, even. This is like one of the most ridiculous encounters I've ever seen, and the Deathclaw is going straight up at Tycho, and the Deathclaw spawn is dead. Alright. Seems like I have the worst perception out of the bunch because I'm getting my attacks last. But that's fine, as long as they don't attack the caravan, I'm absolutely fine with this. And I don't seem to be hurting it too much. Alright, you guy are dead. As for you guy, you're still alive, but stunning blow. Don't actually misunderestimate the power of the Greater Mantis. They do a lot of damage, as you can see. Hell, for all I know, Ian might be soon dead. He seems to be doing just fine. And that's all of him. No, it's not. Never mind. I did not see the last Mantis there. This is taking awkwardly long. Can we just sort this out? Thank you. Anything to say? Don't talk. Move your ass. Yeah, we just need to move out of the area and bam! Well, here we are. Here's your payment of 400 caps. He pulls out an old dog-earned money bag and gives you the money. You'll get another 400 caps if you return with us to the hub. We'll rest here for a while, but don't go too far or the caravan will leave without you. What can you tell me about the Brotherhood of Steel? Not much I can tell you about them. The Brotherhood keeps to themselves for the most part. A lot of people give them bad rap, but from what I can tell, they're good people. A little fanatical maybe, but good guys. I think I'll take a look around before we go. See you later. Actually, we're not gonna return with them, so... Actually, we're going to talk to this man here, named Cabot.
Welcome to the Brotherhood of Steel. May I ask your business here?
I'd like you to join!
That's great. Wait here a second, and let me see what you need to do.
Alright.
Well, I talked to the High Elder, and he said that not just anyone can join. He said you have to complete a quest first.
Like what?
You have to go to the ruins of the Ancient Order that's south of here. You've got to go inside and bring back something that proves that you were there.
Okay.
You'll do it. You will? Great. Just bring it back here. Good luck.
Bye. Can't believe it. They're sending him down there? Well, there is a reason as to why I prepared all of those drugs chems and the Geiger counter, don't you think? The Ancient Order is not the Boneyard. No. It's the Glow down here. And oh boy, it's going to be an exciting one because this is Lore City. The Glow is basically where all the most important parts of the lore, with the exception of one other place in Fallout 1, you can gather them all there. And it's some things that just keep on... It's the main recurring theme of Fallout, the war. You'll see all of it. It's amazing. So we're just gonna go down to the Glow. The Glow's original name is actually West-tek Research Facility, and it is located somewhere close to San Diego being around this zone here. Furthermore, it's never specified exactly where. It's a lone traveler in the distance. Greetings, traveler. What brings you out this far? Just wondering. I see, much like myself then. Oh, you're not from one of the communities out here. I wander from place to place, making a living with musing and a little bit of tinkering work. What kind of work do you do? Mostly little electrical and mechanical tinkering. I helped Junktown with their lights and showed the people in Shady Sands a better design for their staves. Can you direct me to a nearby settlement? I wander from place to place making... No, he did not. Alright, see ya. So, as I was saying, in New Vegas it's never mentioned, but we were discussing this again with Ven, and it is very possible that Big Mountain, the cave system that is no longer a cave, oh for fuck's sake. The cave system that is no longer a cave system in New Vegas might be around the Glow, someplace very close to the Glow in fact. It is never specified as I said, so don't count that information as correct and for granted, but I didn't have the opportunity to talk to the lead designer at Obsidian, so God if I know, you know? Okay, we're close to the Glow. Get hyped, guys. Get hyped. And of course, it's like, every single mole rat has to attack me today. What's up with that? Could you please chill the fuck down? I'm trying to lore here. Thank you. It's dead, dog. You don't have to attack dead things. Alright. Welcome to West-tek, location The Glow. What the hell happened here? You received a large dose of radiation. Right away. This is where we're going to use ourselves 2 radixes. You gain 50 radiation resistance, and you gain 34 radiation resistance. That is because we had already 16% radiation resistance, and right now we are absolutely 100% radiation resistant. We can check our Geiger counter just for coming here. The moment we spent for coming here, it was already 13 rads. 13! Back then I was being noted here that I was radiated for having 1 rad. Yeah? So yeah, this place is very radioactive. In fact, I don't know, I don't want to compare it to anything else. There we go, current radiation level dropped by 13. Good stuff. See this crater here? This is the location where an atomic bomb dropped. Outright, this is where an atomic bomb exploded, and we are being sent down here by the Brotherhood of Steel. Nice, really nice guys, aren't they? With a rope, we can just descend into the Ancient Order, or the Glow, or, if you prefer, West-tek Research Facility. It is composed of several floors, but to get there, it's a bit trickier. Our most important floors we want to visit are 5th and 6th, if I'm not mistaken. Or 5th and 4th. Either way, we're gonna research all of it, don't you worry about it. Mostly because there's a lot of interesting loot. There's also a lot of interesting bombs around the place. Like traps, kaboom booms, you know what I'm saying? And they're nasty. And here we find a stim pack. I wish I could take it. Can I take it? Can I? Thank you. Okay, for a moment I thought that we were stuck. A right away, they do give you, like, some resources to survive, but of course, they're minimal. Your your NPCs do not get hurt. They do not get radiated by whatever is going on in the globe. They do get hurt by mines, though, and as you can see, Dogmeat and I were hit, as well as Ian, actually. Now, this is an elevator. See the yellow border around it? That is your cue to say, this elevator is secure. Do not freaking touch it! Good. Besides, I don't think there is power going on in the facility quite yet. Or maybe there is. Maybe this is like emergency power. Still, more radiation resistance stuff. Some good old 223 full metal jackets, which we're obviously using. And up here, there should be a couple of bombs that we're gonna blow up at. Maybe. You sense a trap is nearby. Sometimes you just have to do it, guys. Hopefully no one is going to die because of my decisions, but we'll see. 14mm pistol, we're gonna take it because it's worth a bunch. And right here, yellow passkey, and this seems strange. You think it may be the Brotherhood sent you, what the Brotherhood sent you to retrieve. After acquiring this, you can return to the Brotherhood and they're just gonna let you join. It's that simple. But let's read what this disc has on it, shall we? I'm sorry, I was actually... I derped there. I think I've used the wrong holo disc. That's what happens when you have two holo discs. Alright. Figured out. Ancient Brotherhood tape. Captain Maxon, and that is you fancy little Fallout 3 and 4 fans cue to remember that name, was right. This place is death. I'm writing this so that if we don't make it back, someone someday might find out what happened to us. We made it to West-tek research facility after 20 days of hell, but that was the easy part. The radiation levels began to shoot up as soon as we could see the giant crater. We checked our supplies and figured with our armor and our anti-rad supplies we'd be fine for at least a day of exploring. We felt it was a calculated risk, but the technology we had the potential of recovering was worth it. We climbed down the crater to the first level, and everything seemed to be according to plan. The power was off, so we didn't need to circumvent the security, or so we thought. There wasn't much value on this level, so we pushed on. Second level was more of the same. When Jensen dropped to the third level, all hell broke loose. The security sensors had been burned out on the first two levels, but not on the third. Jensen was cut to ribbons before he knew what happened. We'd never seen weapons cut through power armor like that. Men started dropping right and left, and the ones who were still alive lost it. I tried to regroup, but only Soto and Camarillo made it back up here to the first level with me. In fact, that I can smell Soto's burning flesh where his arms was taken off means that my power armor is no longer airtight. So I'm sucking up a lot more rats than I had planned on. I'm leaking hydraulics at an alarming rate. We need to get far enough away from this place before my armor dies. Camarillo seemed fine physically, but he wandered off about an hour ago, mumbling something about Gehenna. That bastard has all the anti-rad. That leaves Soto and myself. We can't make it far enough away from here without the anti-rads, so I've got to try to find Camarillo before it's too late. Sergeant D.A. Allen, United States Armed Forces. Case in point, United States Armed Forces, despite the fact that it's Ancient Brotherhood tape, isn't it? This indeed happened at the very basic origins of the Brotherhood of Steel. Before that, they did not really exist, because this happened just after the war. Just after. Alright, system. Primary power offline. Secondary power online. We can actually see that primary power management is offline. And if we reinitialize, error, primary system initialization failed. And if we see, it's failure, generator level 6, 0 feed return, inoperable, service needed. We can turn off the auxiliary power, but that would cause everything to go dark, and you cannot descend down the elevators. Why would you do that? Well, I don't know, maybe from a lore perspective. Just as a sign to, don't go the fuck here, maybe. This is a motion sensor. It will allow us to detect enemies on the Pip-Boy minimap. Some calipers for fixing up stuff. A hunting rifle, which is worth money if nothing else. And this here is an assault rifle, an AK-112. An old military model out of use around the time of the war, can fire single shot or burst using the high velocity 5mm rounds. So this is one of the first items we find a use for the 5mm rounds. The other being, of course, the minigun. Now then, from the body of that power armored guy, we actually received a yellow passkey. Remember the color yellow? Well, you should actually, because it is the same bloody color from these doorways. In fact, if I use the passkey on the elevator, now disarming electric field. Bam! We can go now to level 2 and 3. I believe level 2 has nothing important, but we're just gonna double check. This is actually the basic defense perimeters on the level. A couple of robo-brains, a couple of iBots. And explosions. Bad explosions. Now, unless primary power is on, these guys do not attack. You can kill them when they're offline. That is actually a clever way to deal with this. But there is no reason to kill them unless if you're on a level where you cannot go without the primary power. I think we're gonna clear up this level without the primary power. That was a couple of rockets, by the way. A couple of grenades, and finally a leather armor. We're not gonna pick it up. It's too heavy and it's worth almost nothing at this point of the game. Now let's see. I do believe there is nothing very consequential to the lore in this part of West-tek, but we can certainly search a couple of grenades. This is a plasma grenade. This does insane damage, and this is flamer fuel, so you get the idea of what kind of weaponry we might use eventually. Plastic explosive and dynamite. And inside this room, a red passkey. There's also the remains of a tough radiated rat. Whatever that means. Let's see if there is any specific lore, concrete lore to the passkeys. I don't think there might be. Electric security key, colored red. Nah, there isn't. Alright, let's go on to the third floor. It is quite interesting how very the ambient of this whole place, the environment, is spot on in this place. It's really spot on. The music, the dark research facility, all underground. It's a huge research facility. I would believe there is very few the size of this in any of the Fallout games, of the past Fallout games. Now we're on floor 3, but there is more floors down below. And there is security robots here. If we turned on power, but down below at level 6, these guys will be activated when we return. So like a good old scumbag, I am going to kill them. All of them. God, I love that sound. I think it tells the world to think that robo-brains and iBots are actually guarding West-tek. The fact that also most of the robots were basically built by Robco, and also the computers were made by Robco, and the Pip-Boy was made by Robco. Well, let's just say that Robco has quite a few assets down its sleeve, doesn't it? That's all of them. Cool beans. You can actually loot the Robo Brains for shotguns and other kinds of rifle, hunting rifles, machine guns, stuff like that usually. It's actually pretty cool stuff. If you want to carry a lot of stuff out of this place, that now is your chance, but I honestly don't need all that money, so for the time being we are fine. In here there is nothing in particular, but there is a huge ass armory just down here. Now, the good old parts of West-tek are just down below the third floor. 4th, 5th and 6th are, I believe, the most interesting floors, and we're still going to need quite a few items. Ammunition I'm not gonna pick up because it's plain out heavy, unless of course if I'm using that ammo. There is the 5mm ammo for the AK-112. We're not gonna pick it up. We are going to pick up these small energy cells though, because we're gonna use an energy weapon, or rather an energy melee or unarmed weapon, pretty soon. Some drugs and some health stuff. Nothing too fancy yet, but we're getting there. Don't worry about it, guys. Now this elevator right here has a red doorway. This means we're gonna use our red card. Hell yeah, we are. If we find it. Really, the inventory management is a bit messy in this game, but otherwise it's pretty good for the year, honestly. Let's go to level 4. Notice the lack of level 5 here, huh? Well, of course, there is a reason to that, but here is a very interesting part of West-tek already, and that is that guy, that computer. First, let's take care of the robots. This one has a big mini. He had an AK, an assault rifle. He can insta-gimp real fast if you don't have bigger armors than this. So always be careful of assault rifles whenever possible. Now here is a big important part of it. This doorway is underlined blue. We cannot access it with the red card. And that elevator takes you, of course, to the good old level 5, which is also the most important one. This is pulse grenades, also some very, very expensive gear we can sell later on in the LA Boneyard, likely. We'll go there eventually. Now, I do believe that the computer here is inactive until you restore main power, but we can certainly try and see. An extremely advanced computer. No, it's actually functional. How may I be of assistance? Who or what are you? I am a machine intelligence dedicated to research and installation control. I'm called Zax. What kind of research? I'm specifically programmed for research into biological studies, including pathology and genetic research. My primary function is in extrapolation of information of complexity levels exceeding human capacity. So you're pretty smart, eh? I am beyond a typical rating in human terms. However, it would be safe to say that no more than 1/10 billionth of the history of human population can match my reasoning capabilities. So he's basically saying that 1/10 billionth of the history of human population. So he's saying that he's smarter than the average human. Right. I'm delighted to have been of assistance. Actually, we're not done with you yet. You have quite a few things to tell us. Do not play chess! It takes a long time, you're going to lose, and your rads are going to increase. Okay? Grant me access to the mainframe. Access granted. Main menu. Select option. Base information. West-tek Research Facility. Founded in 2002 as a private contractor for the United States government, the company initially consisted of two divisions, the Advanced Weapons Research and the Biomedical Sciences Division. In 2069A, West-tek was the single largest conductor for the United States government, its largest contract being Powered Infantry Armor Model T-51B. West-tek, built the power armor. In light of significant advances in 2076 by the NBC of the Pan-Immunity Viren Project, the United States Defense Department, in fear of international espionage, moved a team onto the site to secure and oversee the project, now dubbed the FEV, Forced Evolutionary Virus Project. West-tek made the FEV. Let's go to the main menu. Security information. Security robots inactivate. What about the research information? Research records most current at West-tek research facility are Research Division employees records. Let's see. Personal records. Robert Anderson, research assistant, security clearance blue, stationed Mariposa military base. New name. Nick Davis, director of NBC Division of West-tek Research, security clearance blue, stationed West-tek research facility. John Isaac, research assistant, security clearance red, stationed West-tek research facility. Steve Remco, research assistant, security clearance blue, stationed Mariposa military base again. Charles Reinhold, research head of laser development, security clearance blue, stationed West-tek research facility. Michael Santos, lab technician, security clearance red, stationed West-tek research facility. Erin Shellman, lab technician, security clearance blue, again Mariposa military base. This is already a pattern. Everyone with security clearance of blue seems to be stationed at Mariposa. And Leon von Helden, again, research head of FEV, station, security clearance blue, stationed at Mariposa military base. Let's download these records to the Pip-Boy. Okay, power armor status complete. Power armor specs. The T-51B powered infantry is designed with the latest passive defense features for both civilian and military disturbances. The back-mounted TX-28 microfusion packs generate 60,000 watts to power the high-flow hydraulic systems built into the frame of the suit. Made of the latest polylaminate composite, the T-51B shells is lightweight and capable of absorbing over 2,500 joules of kinetic impact. The 10-micron silver ablative coating can reflect lasers and radiation emissions without damage to the composite subsurface. Let's download also that to the Pip-Boy. Now, let's read about the FEV, Forced Evolutionary Virus, status pending. Interesting, huh? 2073, as China became increasingly aggressive with their use of biological weapons, the United States government felt that a countermeasure was needed. The Pan-Immunity Viren Project, PVP, was officially formed. September 15, 2073. 2075, it became clear that the best way to combat the newly created biological weapons was to alter uninfected DNA so that it was no longer susceptible to standard viral infection. Now, what they mean here is a biological weapon that was released in the East and basically mutilated the bodies. It deformed people. It made them very violent. It made them incredibly dangerous. And this is something you can actually see in a DLC for Fallout 3. And yes, I'm saying this for the first time. Fallout 3 and 4 might not be without their actual purpose when it comes to the lore of Fallout. In Point Lookout, the swamp people, those deformed guys, they were the victims of this biological weapon. Alright? Good. 2076, unforeseen side effects began surfacing in early 2076 with the PvP. Animal test subjects began showing abnormal growth rate accompanied by increased brain activity. The US government took notice of these discoveries and, in the interest of national security, moved a team on site to secure and oversee the project, which was now dubbed the FEV, Forced Evolutionary Virus Project. 2077, FEV nears completion. Tests on lab animals are at near 100% success rate. Size and muscle density increased approximately 60%. And the potential intelligence increased by 200%. Key point here. Effects upon human subjects remains unknown, although they are theoretically promising. The military, wishing to continue further testing, builds a large facility at Mariposa Military Installation in Central California. At this new facility, testing of the FEV virus continues on. 2077, FEV nears completion. No, sorry. Continues on, volunteer subjects from the military. Let's also download that at the Pip-Boy. Interestingly enough, 200%, 3 times increase in animal intelligence. Now, you might be thinking, mutants don't seem very smart. Well, there is a reason for that, and we're actually going to discover it once we do visit Mariposa military base. And that's all for this. Let's say power terminus. Power management, power initially primary power. We cannot do it here either. Alright, let's exit mainframe. And that's it for now. I'm delighted to have been of assistance. Me too. Now, in this place, yes, there is still one more room. For some reason, my brain's just completely shifted into Pillars of Eternity mode, and I was trying to select all of my party. Yeah, I mean, we have Durance, we have Aloth, and Itumak for some reason. No, that's not how it works. A leather jacket, which we're not gonna pick. Big Book of Science, which we are going to pick. All these books we're gonna read one day, don't worry about it. A crowbar. We don't need a crowbar. And let's see if there's something fancy here. Rockets, different kind. 8 armor-piercing rockets. Very good, but very expensive and heavy, so we'll need to be careful of that. On to next level. Actually, there is a body here which we haven't inspected. It might as well be empty, or it might have the blue card. It does indeed have the blue passkey. But you cannot really access. You cannot go to the 5th level until you reinitialize the main power on the 6th level. We can try, and I'm gonna show you that it doesn't work. Who thought that new items had to go to the bottom? That makes no sense. Authorization granted. Now disarming electric field. The elevator is inoperable. It seems you need more power than emergency power can handle. Alright, let's go to the 6th floor then and figure that out. Now clearly the fact that you need power to reach the 5th level means one thing. You will have to fight some robots, but you can limit that by killing any other robots on the way there. So right now we will arm ourselves and kill these robots guarding the 5th floor elevator and explore the 6th floor. Hey, we leveled! I learned some new tricks. And we get a perk. We can go again with some damage. Rate of fire decreases action points by 1 for every pistol kind of weapon. Dodger is really nice. Every level will add 5% to your armor class, in addition to the armor class bonus from any worn. This does not mean only 5% of the current armor class. This quite literally means 5 armor class. It's pretty big. What else do we have that is new? Flower Child. With this perk, you are much less likely to crave chems. 50% less likely, actually. And you suffer half the chem downtime of a normal person. So basically, you're less likely to get addicted. Friendly Foe, Heave Ho, Mutate is one of your traits. Mutate into something else. It's actually useful if you think you've done something wrong with your traits. Night Vision, Presence, Quick Pockets. Rad Resistance, Ranger, Smooth Talker, Snake Eater, Strong Back, and Swift Learner. We've seen all of those. So, we could go with more hand-to-hand damage, or we could go with bonus rate of fire, or Dodger. If I wanted to play defensive, I would go Dodger. If I wanted to use more pistols, I would go rate of fire. Are we gonna use more pistols? We actually might. So we're gonna go with that. You know what? 2 damage is not big at this point, so we're just gonna go with bonus rate of fire. Apparently, it seems like I'm going for all the bonuses. As for what we're gonna level up is a few points in small guns, a few points in speech, and the rest in repair for the time being. Alright, let's see what this floor is all about. This is actually the living quarters of West-tek, as well as the power generator room in here too. So, is there anything in particularly we want from these bodies? I don't think so. Let's see. There might be though, there might be. I don't think that's a child. No, that's a dead peasant. Despite the fact that it looks like a child. I don't think there were any childs here. Children. Childs? Jesus, Lauren! Jesus! Some drugs. Plasma pistol, again. The very same, like the plasma defender as we stated in the Necropolis episode. Some ammo from this dead peasant. It looks like a dead child, but you know. And in here is the main generator room. It needs fixing, if you wonder if it starts back up. So, how do we fix it? Well, we can use the tools to try and repair them. Let's see if it works. Yep. You start up the generator and all systems seem to be coming back online. The tools here essentially increase your skill by some points. I think it's 10 or 20 points at most. It's not much, but it can make all the difference. Right now, the main generator is on, so we can tinker around the power management and reinitialize primary power. And all of a sudden, this facility is no longer too creepy. It's still creepy because of the goddamn music, mind you. And, of course, now every single security robot is online, at least those that we didn't kill. So we'll have to fight a bit more cautiously. Next floor. Next floor being floor 5. And this right here is the whole meat of it. It's the biological research facility. I'm gonna save the game before the robots kill me, because there is plenty of robots and they be hurting a ton. And they start right away. Of course, because it's no longer dark, we can also hit better, if my aim wasn't blocked. Also, I can hit more often now, which is also a bonus. 24, breaking the sensor lenses. He is blind. He's a goner. Always aim for the location of the eye, or whatever is the closest thing to the eye, and you're gonna have a nice time. Of course, the iBots, they do not look very iBot-ish, do they? It says Sentry Robot for all of them, but... Oh, he hit Dogmeat. What a meanie. Terminate the intruder. For all of them it says Sentry Robot, but believe me, these are iBots. If you check in the Fallout wiki, you'll notice that it states it counts them as iBots and those as RoboBrains. So there's that. Let's kill this iBot very quickly, in fact. How well can I hit that guy? Well enough to warrant a nice little hit. Since this is a more active fight, I'm going to actually live it on. Hopefully Doggy doesn't die. Doggy, don't die! Dogmeat is the only one we cannot really give Stimpaks to, personally, for himself to heal up. Obviously. How well can I hit this guy? Well enough, I guess. Let's go with a standard hit. I apologize for the incredible loud noise of this gun. It's just something they did not account for when they made the audio, I guess. Okay, this guy I think has a sniper rifle. That was 18 damage. Oh, jeez. That was painful. Oh! Jesus! Dog! How are you doing, by the way? He might die. Yeah, he's almost dead. He might be toast. I don't think I can do anything on this round, unfortunately. But we can take a shot. We can reload. Take a shot. at the CPU. That was lucky, but this also might mean that the dog dies if he gets hit by the iBots. Or if the RoboBrain decides to attack him. Doggy, no! Okay, he's fine. He's fine. He's still breathing somewhat. But he might get hit now by the other iBot. No, he's not gonna. Okay, 5 action points. And then use a steam pack for free. Steam pack on dog meat used. How much did it heal him? Enough for him to not be no longer be almost dead. So that's good enough. Honestly, the iBots I'm not that afraid of. These guys are big assholes though, so we need to be very careful about the RoboBrains. They hit hard. Okay, you're fucking wrecked. Again. Well, he's dead. Good. Now please no one hit dog meat or myself, that would be amazing if you didn't. Okay, can I hit that sentry robot? No. Let's move a couple steps. Hit him in the sensors. And kill him. Okay, good job, good job. 1600 XP. I'm gonna check real quickly if these guys actually have... yep, that's a sniper. I would recognize that kind of damage from afar. I'm gonna give some items now to Tycho, because obviously I cannot carry more than this. We're gonna sell a lot of stuff, don't worry about it. Yeah, he can carry all of these for sure. Alright, give me that sniper. And perky, tasty sniper. Shotgun I cannot really care about. What about you? Another sniper. Cool. Alright, let's explore the lucrative level 5, shall we? Some stuff here. This is a holodisc. And we like holodiscs. Okay, I don't know which one it is, so we're gonna try to find out now. West-tek research records. No, we've seen that. Armor specs, FFV, research. Alpha experiment tape. There we go. Prototype pan-immunity Viren project. In the hopes of countering the current bacteriological and viral agents employed by the Chinese government, we have manufactured a virus fragment consisting of a ribonucleic acid RNA encased in a protein lipid sheet. This viron contains a specially arranged sequence of radiated amino acids, RAA, that are capable of attaching to the non-specific binding sites of deoxyribonucleic acid DNA and force a non-replicating mitosis to occur. The resulting host cell is left with a quadruple helix DNA structure. Early tests are promising. The viron easily penetrates the cell membrane and attaches directly to the host's DNA in the nucleus. Mitosis of the structure begins almost immediately. Cytokinesis is prevented by controlling the disposition of the kinetochore... Jesus, the word, man! The kinetochore fibers during anaphase. The entire mitotic cycle lasts approximately 2 hours, although phenotypical expressions of the new structure may take days or weeks to become apparent. In addition to the effective immunity to bacterial and viral agents, the quad helix structure is almost entirely immune to errors introduced in base pairing during replication due to multiplicity of the base sequence. Radiation exposure tissues shows no mutation in the base sequence and protein. Synthesis mechanism is in the ribosomes were unimpaired. Over 80% of the sample tissues contained quad helix DNA. Most affected was muscle and bone tissue, as well as secretory cells, as these cells seem most receptive to the virin. Sensory cells are the least affected. Surprisingly, even normally non-replicating nerve cells and non-somatic cells were induced to begin mitosis. Further experimentation will be necessary to determine the results of this on these cells. Alright, sorry for the weird reading. It's just a really hard read, actually, from all those words. I'm not gonna take the medkit. At this point, we really don't need it. We're gonna check what's in this locker, though. Yep, there is another hollow disk. FEV experiment tape. This is a long one and a big important one, alright? March 21st, 2075. Major Barnett has ordered experiments with batch 10011 of Panimuritivirin, which has been renamed FEV, the forced evolutionary virus. His main concern is with the side effects of the quad helix structure rather than its main effects of replicative stability. He believes the new structure is the next logical step for mammalian nuclei. Experiments with single-celled organisms is a great success. While their basal metabolism appears unchanged, their immunity to infection and radiation is exceeding all earlier expectations. Addendum: chloroplasts seem unaffected by the virin. Further experiments on plant cells have been cancelled by order of Major Barnett. May 9th, 2075. We infected several species of flatworm with FEV. Within hours, the worms had increased in size by 28% and 39 separate viral contagions were resisted by the population. Each sample was allowed to continue for several generations, and the new DNA structure was successfully passed on the worm's progeny, although only asexual reproduction was noticed in the samples. Experiments with insects had less success. Major Barnett has postponed these experiments until further notice. Log date: June 30th, 2075. Several lab strains of white mice have been infected successfully with FEV. Again, an increase in size was noted within hours, and after 9 days, all mice had stabilized at 31% larger than the constant control group. Dissection revealed the most increase in size in striated muscle tissue and certain internal organs, such as the liver, heart, and kidneys. In a surprising finding, the infected mice were found to run mazes in less than half of the time to the control group. More testing will be needed to confirm this finding is as significant. Log date: November 9th, 2075. We have infected 218 rabbits with FEV. Half the subjects were implanted with electrodes to monitor EEG activity before and after the infection. Increased electrical activity in the brain was noted in 3.2 seconds on average after injection. Again, the typical size increase was noted. However, increased aggression and posturing, especially among males, was noted as well. Sacrifice and perfusion yielded brain tissue that showed increased dendritic connection, especially in the limbic system and frontal cortex. Log date: January 12th, 2076. With batch 11011, we have improved the mitotic cycle efficiency by 43%. We have infected 53 raccoons with the new strain. In addition to the now expected size increase, behavioral tests confirmed an increase in intelligence and manual dexterity by 19 points on the Schuller-Cap index. Unfortunately, several subjects escaped confinement and had to be hunted down and dispatched. Major Barnett ordered the remaining subjects terminated. 2 pairs were unaccounted for. Log date: May 13th, 2076. We have spliced several new gene sequences supplied by Major Barnett advisory team into FEV. With batch 101A, we infected 23 dogs of both pure and mixed breed, and all experiments nearly immediate growth. All experienced nearly immediate growth. The larger size was accompanied with increased aggressiveness, while no significant intelligence increase was noted. We plan to attempt crossover of 92 allele pairs with batch 11011. All study subjects were terminated after 14 weeks of study. Log date October 4th, 2076. The crossover has been completed with 50 chimpanzees, and 15 chimpanzees were infected with batch 11111. Growth and immunity levels are unprecedented. Attempts to induce cancer in the subjects through radiological and chemical agents were not successful. Increased aggressiveness have led to isolating the subjects. 2 subjects suffered violent epileptic seizures and died. All remaining subjects terminated. Log date January 7th, 2077. Major Barnett has ordered transfer of all FEV research to the Mariposa military base. He plans to continue the project experiments on volunteer subjects. I am against this and would like it noted here that research on human subject is not recommended by myself or my staff. Yep. That was the initial experiments of the FEV virus. Or the FEV. Why would I say FEV virus when it's already a virus, of course? There's a couple more looting stuff, and then we can check these tanks for descriptions particularly. Oh, there's actually a lot of looting stuff. Never mind. And if I'm not mistaken, yep, we got ourselves our first pair of combat armor, as well as Guns and Bullets magazine. And I'm carrying too much. Alright, let me put the fancy little combat armor, compare the defenses of both. I'm gonna actually unload the sniper rifles so Tycho can actually carry them for me. Right now we have 23 armor class, 20000 damage thresholds, 25, 20, 20, 20, 10, 20. 28 armor class with 5, 8, 4, 4, 6 damage thresholds and 40, 60, 30, 50, 40 damage resistances. It is incredibly powerful as an armor. Really, really good. Right, Tycho, buddy. Carry up some snipers for me. And the rockets. Why not the rockets? He might actually come to his carry weight capacity himself, but we'll see. What else is there to be found? Another holotape. It looks like it can be used on the Pip-Boy. We're gonna use it. Ammo motherload. I'm gonna take all of this. Right now I think with all the loot, all the floors looted, I might as well take all of it, and if it's over capacity, we're just gonna start minigun! That is over capacity. You know what? We really don't need a minigun. It's not gonna be usable by anyone. We could try to pick up at least a couple of these rifles. I'm not sure. We're gonna try to pick up as much as possible, of course, but right now I want the meat of it, the laser pistol. Well, there is some microfusion cells which we can pick up, and some energy cells that we cannot pick up. Alright, Psycho, your job again. Stealth Boy, the first Stealth Boy we find, and it actually makes you invisible also in this game. It increases your sneak capacity skill. Ah, there it is. The Watts 1000 laser pistol, civilian model, so the wattage is lower than military or police versions. Uses small energy cells, minimum stress free. This is one of the first laser weaponry ever developed. And where was it developed? West-tek, right here. It was created here. And here we have it. If you played New Vegas with the Gunrunner's Arsenal, you might recognize this baby. This is the original plasma rifle, and it is a monster that we can pick up right now. Great stuff. I don't remember what it is called in New Vegas. It's plasma something else or something. But it is like a machine gun. It's a plasma machine gun in New Vegas, if I'm not mistaken. Broken suspension tank, piece of equipment beyond repair. This is where the animals were experimented on. Apparatus, it looks like it could contain a human or larger sized body. So this is where all the animals were experimented on and were executed. Some escaped. Whether those animals imply some creatures in the wasteland, well, they might actually. They might imply certain creatures like the mole rats and the pig rats might be originated from there. And with that, we've actually concluded West-tek. We've discovered the origins of the FEV, which is pretty big in my books. It's pretty big. Actually, never mind. I'm lying. I'm lying. There is still a. There's still a. You should have reminded me, Jesus. You should have telepathically communicated with me, guys. I think it's the Delta experiment tape. The military has deemed it necessary for us to research further in depth the effects of wave technology upon living organisms. We have taken light and sound as the basis of our studies. By manipulating the amplitude of the light waves and magnifying the frequency, we have been able to get lasers which will cut through a few feet of steel. Unfortunately, the power to do such a task has not been fully developed. We have other scientists looking into this. So they also, I believe, developed microfusion cells, among other things. I believe, but certainly laser weaponry, war tech laser weaponry was initially developed by West-tek. So there you have it. I don't remember who researched the not the P-Boy, but the Stealth Boy. It might have been Robco, but it might also have been West-tek or Mariposa. I'm not sure. I'll have to look because there is no specific data on that. We'll look it up. I think I killed all of those, so that should be fine. It should be safe enough to leave the place now. And if I check, I should still have, yeah, 100% radiation resistance. Oh, Jesus, what the hell happened? Ian was hit by a bomb. Great job, Ian. This one doesn't have the doorway color in any color, so you can just use it. Well, if you reach level 3, of course, you'll also have permission to use level 3 floor elevators, obviously. Alright, West-tek is complete. Let's return quickly to the Brotherhood and call it a day. Hello, Brotherhood members.
Hey, you're back. Did you get something?
Yep, sure did.
Great. But the High Elder said you have to give it to me before I can let you in. Sorry. This is great. Hang on while I open the door.
There you go, 2000 experience points for becoming an initiate. Next time, we're gonna get a stride in the Brotherhood of Steel. This is the Lost Hill Bunker, the original headquarters of the Brotherhood of Steel, where it all began. Thanks everyone for watching, and until next time, be well. Bye!